Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me on my very first YouTube video. This is going to be a look using some of the items from my February Boxycharm, including the eyeliner, the brushes, and the holographic highlighting palette. I won't be using the loose glitter or the Cover FX shimmer veil that I got because I can't find them, which sucks, but you know, it is what it is. So first I applied the Bare Minerals Combo Control Primer, which is great for my winter combo skin. It adds some hydration while also keeping oil at bay. And then I put on some Too Faced Shadow Insurance on my lids. I followed this by pulling out the ColourPop You Had Me at Hello palette with the mirror. I used some of the more skin tone transition shades to build up a nice gradient in the crease, and this step does take a while. It takes some blending, some patience. But I really do love the ColourPop palettes. I think for how much you pay for them, it's really a bang for your buck. They're all a bunch of great curated shades like the palettes are, and the pigmentation and blendability are totally there. So I really enjoy the palettes. And then here I'm going to take the darkest brown shade in the palette. I'm going to start concentrating that in the outer V of my eye. And I kind of do pull it out a little bit with my brush just to increase that more almond winged cat eye effect to the eyeshadow. Excuse me. And I take it from the outer V and kind of blend it into my crease. And I'm going to go in and intensify the brown in the outer V and crease several times throughout this look. Then here I am adding the cool tone shimmer shade from the palette. Normally I don't gravitate towards cool tone shades. I usually like something a bit more warmer or neutral, but I love this one. I think it's pretty unique. It has kind of a mauve undertone to it, and it is very highly reflective. And then I went with my Sigma blending brush again and just blended out the edges with one of the first transition shades, one that's just very skin toned. And then I went back into that dark brown and deepened up the outer V in the crease again. Went back and blended the edges and just kind of repeated those steps. And now onto the face. I mixed in with my moisturizer just a tiny bit of foundation as kind of a base layer to the actual foundation. And I put this on with my EcoTools beauty sponge. I actually really like this preliminary step. It adds some moisture and a tiny bit of coverage. And then I went in with my Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation. The shade is just a smidge too dark for me, but that's okay because I have hyperpigmentation on my neck, so you know, it might just match my neck a little bit better. Love the coverage, it's about medium. Longevity could be somewhat better, not as long lasting as I wish it would be, but still a pretty good foundation. And then here I am using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer to highlight under my eyes, on my nose, upper lip, chin, and also actually conceal those areas as well. And I'm using this teeny tiny little beauty sponge my mom got for me from Amazon from some obscure website. Seller. And then here I'm using the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder with a fluffy crown brush I received from a past Boxycharm, and I put that under my eyes and all over my face just to set everything down. Up next is the Sleek Face Contour Palette. I'm using the dark matte contouring shade with one of the crown brushes we received in the box. I actually really enjoyed using this for contouring. Contouring is not one of my best areas. I usually add a pretty subtle chisel to the cheeks. Because of the amount of hyperpigmentation I have around my face, on my neck, and around my ears and things like that, contours can just kind of make that look even muddier, but I found that if I use a light hand with the right undertone, I can make it look okay. And then on to my favorite product from the box. This is the Naked Cosmetics Holographic Highlighting Palette. And I went in with the Pinky Pearlescent shade. I really like this shade. I think it's really unique, and I think it's super reflective. More flattering on my skin tone than I thought it was going to be. So I just kind of pile that on my cheekbones. And then I take the green holographic shade from the palette and stick that in my inner corner, and I'm using another one of the crown brushes. And I thought this was such a unique idea. I really like how it turned out. At first I thought the green was maybe a little bit overwhelming, but I think it actually made the look turn out pretty interesting. And then I went in with the transition shades, followed by the dark brown shade on my lower lash line, just to smoke things out just a little bit on the bottom there. Went in with the eyeliner from the Boxycharm box this month. I forgot the brand, but I'll have it listed in the description bar. And I'm putting that on my lower and upper waterline. So I don't have very many lashes because of my alopecia universalis, or total body hair loss. So I do have to concentrate on the upper waterline a lot when I'm putting on eyeliner, just to mimic the effect of a lash line. Then I went in with my Clinique Pretty Easy brush tip eyeliner for the wing, and I blended the wings out towards the end just a bit with some dark eyeshadow from the You Had Me at Hello palette. And then here I'm going in with an Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lipstick. Don't remember the shade, but I'll have it in the box below for you guys. And then I decided to just stick in a little clip of me tying my headscarf at the very end of this look. This is how I pretty much tie all of my headscarves every time I wear them. Thought you might enjoy that. I will have a more in-depth video on this. And this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for joining me on my very first YouTube video. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.